The morning light filtered through the tall windows of the mountain chapel outside Boulder, Colorado, casting soft golden patterns across the polished wooden floors. I stood there in my simple ivory A-line gown, the fabric cool against my skin, when my phone vibrated on the antique vanity. My mother's text glowed on the screen. "You stole the spotlight." At first, I thought it was one of her cryptic emotional jabs, the kind she'd perfected over years of subtle digs. But then the Instagram notification popped up right after. My hands shook as I opened the app. There was Harper, my younger sister, posing dramatically in a luxury suite overlooking the Pacific in Santa Barbara. She wore an extravagant $8,000 couture wedding dress that flowed like liquid silk, far more opulent than my carefully chosen gown. The caption read, "Real bridal energy, when you know how to command attention without trying. So proud of my shining star bridal goals." Posted just minutes after Mom's text to me. I sank onto the velvet bench, my dress pooling around me like forgotten dreams. The hairstylist paused mid-curl, exchanging worried glances with the makeup artist. My reflection in the mirror looked pale, eyes wide with disbelief. Nothing like the joyful bride I'd imagined. "They're not coming," I whispered to my maid of honor.
Claire.
"None of them." Claire grabbed my phone, her face darkening. "Harper's wearing a wedding dress? She's not even engaged." I tried to laugh, but it came out hollow. They were staging a fake bridal photo shoot hundreds of miles away, while I prepared to walk down the aisle alone. The irony burned. My name is Amelia Grant, and at 29, I thought I'd finally moved past needing my mother's approval. But standing there at 7:30 a.m., on my wedding day, the old wounds reopened. Growing up in our comfortable suburban home outside Denver, love in the Grant family always came with strings attached. Mom, Lydia, a former gallery curator with sharp taste and sharper judgments, had a clear picture of the perfect daughter. I arrived first, serious and bookish. Then Harper came along when I was 4, blonde curls, effortless charm, the kind of kid who lit up every room. From then on, the dynamic shifted permanently. Mom would introduce us at family gatherings. "This is Amelia, my little reader. And Harper, doesn't she just sparkle?" Straight A's from me earned polite nods. Harper's average grades were celebrated as creative exploration. The pattern followed me through high school and college. I earned a full scholarship to the University of Colorado Boulder for environmental studies. Mom barely mentioned it at dinner because Harper had landed a local modeling gig. I graduated with honors and built a career at Green Horizon Renewables, rising to Director of Communications at 28, one of the youngest in the company. Mom's response? "That's nice.
Dear."
Very corporate. Harper just got called back for a high-profile fashion campaign. Even my relationship with Ethan became a comparison point. When I brought home this kind, brilliant renewable energy engineer who saw me as his equal, Mom said, "He's very steady, isn't he?" Harper's dating a creative director now, so connected. That relationship fizzled quickly, while Ethan and I built 4 solid years together. The favoritism felt so normal after decades that I almost stopped noticing. Almost. But moments like my promotion or Ethan's sunset proposal on a Boulder trail still stung when Mom responded with lukewarm enthusiasm and quick pivots to Harper's latest opportunities. The save the dates 3 months earlier had set the tone. Mom texted back immediately about potential scheduling conflicts with Harper's calendar. No excitement, just concern for my sister. Dress shopping felt lonely. I went with Claire and Ethan's sister after Mom canceled last minute for one of Harper's go-sees. When I sent photos of my elegant, sustainable A-line gown, Mom replied, "It's very you." Harper would kill it in something with more drama. The bridal shower invitations went unanswered for weeks. Mom finally RSVP'd conditionally. but Harper posted beach shoot stories that day instead. 2 weeks before the wedding, I called Mom directly. "Are you coming?" The long pause said everything. "Amelia, you're putting me in a tough spot." Harper landed this huge unpaid but high-visibility bridal campaign in Santa Barbara. The timing is bad, but it could launch her. "My wedding is important too," I said quietly. "You'll have Ethan's family. You won't even miss us," she replied. That night, Harper posted a teaser in an elaborate gown with hashtags suspiciously close to mine, including plays on sustainable design from my work. Comments poured in from relatives who had declined my invitation, citing health or travel costs, gushing over Harper's future bride energy. I turned off my phone and lay awake beside Ethan. "They're not coming," I whispered. He pulled me close. "Their loss. Tomorrow, you marry me." He was right, but the ache lingered. Back in the chapel room, the wedding coordinator knocked. "Amelia, the photographer is ready for pre-ceremony shots." I stood, smoothed my dress, and made a quiet decision. I would walk this aisle. I would marry Ethan. I would smile through the photos. Later, I'd process the betrayal. But first, I had a wedding to face alone. The stylist resumed my hair as I steeled myself, the mountain air carrying hints of pine through the open window. The string quartet began Pachelbel's canon precisely at 10 a.m. I stood behind the heavy oak doors of the chapel, bouquet of wildflowers and eucalyptus trembling slightly in my grip. Through the narrow window, I could see the scene inside. Ethan's large, loving family filling the right side with warm smiles. My side had scattered friends, colleagues, and a few distant relatives. The family pews sat glaringly empty, their absence echoing louder than any organ note. The coordinator touched my elbow. "It's time. Amelia, do you have someone to walk you?" I straightened my shoulders. "I'll walk alone." But as the doors swung open and the music swelled, something unexpected shifted the air. From the third row,
Dr.
Harlan Ellis, my mentor from my first internship at an environmental nonprofit. The 72-year-old who had championed my application to Green Horizon and written glowing recommendations, rose slowly. He stepped into the aisle, offering his arm with a gentle smile. "May I have the honor?" Tears stung my eyes as I linked arms with him. "Thank you," I whispered. "Wouldn't miss this for anything," he replied softly. "But then my hunt. Your parents are missing out, but their loss is my privilege." We walked slowly down the aisle. Each step felt like both eternity and an instant, choosing forward momentum over the hurt, claiming this moment despite the rejection. Ethan waited at the altar, his eyes glistening, smile fierce with love and quiet anger on my behalf. His brother stood as best man, nodding encouragement.
Dr.
Ellis kissed my cheek and placed my hand in Ethan's. "Take good care of her," he told Ethan solemnly. Father Martinez's words flowed warmly, but the vows were the true heart. Ethan spoke first, voice steady. "Amelia, I fell for your strength, your drive to make a difference. I've seen you turn disappointment into determination. Today, choosing joy despite the pain. You've never looked more radiant. I promise to be your family when others fall short, to celebrate the victories they've ignored, to love your brilliance without comparison. You are my first and only choice, today and forever." Tears traced down my cheeks. When my turn came, I steadied my breath. "Ethan, you saw me when I felt overlooked. You never asked me to dim my light. With you, love isn't ranked or measured. It simply chooses. I promise to build our life with the passion others called too intense, to create a home where everyone feels equally valued. You are my anchor, my champion, my forever." The rings exchanged, Simple bands symbolizing real commitment. I now pronounce you husband and wife. The kiss brought thunderous applause from those who had chosen to be there. As we walked back up the aisle, Claire filmed with tears streaming. Ethan's mom blew kisses.
Dr.
Ellis saluted with his handkerchief. These were my people now, the ones who showed up. The reception in the adjacent lodge ballroom buzzed with genuine joy. Our first dance to Etta James at last felt like pure magic. Then Claire rushed over, phone in hand, face flushed with fury. Amelia, you need to see this. I'm sorry, but you have to know. My stomach dropped. Claire handed me her phone. Harper's Instagram Live had over 4,000 viewers. She twirled on a cliffside overlooking the ocean, golden hour light perfect on the extravagant gown. Hey everyone! Welcome to our reimagined bridal experience. Working with amazing designers to show what modern bridal really means. Mom stepped into frame, beaming. Isn't she radiant? This is what a real bride looks like, confident, ready for the world. Comments flooded. Wait, isn't your sister getting married today? Harper's laugh rang sharp.
Oh.
That's some small thing in Colorado. Very modest. We're creating magic here instead. Then a mock ceremony unfolded, a photographer officiating fake vows while mom dabbed theatrical tears. Hashtag scrolled. Design for yes, twisting mine. Modern bride movement. Real wedding energy. Claire scrolled to an earlier produced reel. Professional edits. Voiceover from Harper. Some settle for ordinary. Why not dream bigger? While traditional brides do the usual. We're showing extraordinary. Mom adjusting the veil. A wedding isn't just a day, it's art. A statement. I felt sick. They hadn't just skipped, they had counter-programmed my day. Hijacking my hashtags. Mocking modest weddings like mine. Ethan pulled me aside to the bridal suite. This is what they do, steal your light because they can't create their own. But you got married today. Real vows. Real love. They're playing dress up. A knock.
Dr.
Ellis. Several colleagues saw the live stream. They're angry for you. Rachel from Legal took screenshots, mentions defamation. Emotional distress. I wiped my eyes. Tell them I'll be out soon. Smoothing my real, meaningful gown. I decided I wouldn't let their spectacle ruin our celebration. But consequences were coming. The war had started without them knowing. By Monday, the story exploded online. A guest's TikTok split screen, our heartfelt ceremony versus timestamps of Harper's Live. Caption simply, skipping your daughter's real wedding to fake one with your other daughter. Narcissism level, expert. It hit millions of views quickly. A freelance journalist guest posted a detailed Twitter thread exposing the competing events 300 miles apart. The empty pews. The hashtag theft. Replies poured in. Emotional abuse. This mother should be ashamed. A new Instagram account, Real versus Fake Weddings, posted side-by-side comparisons, gaining thousands of followers hourly. Wedding bloggers dissected it. Hashtag appropriation. Timing cruelty. Preference for spectacle over substance. Then leaked behind-the-scenes footage from the Santa Barbara shoot surfaced. A crew member appalled by overheard comments. Mom's voice clear. Post during her ceremony. Show them what a real bride looks like. Not some basic environmental type in a plain dress. That clip detonated. Fashion brands distanced themselves. The couture house issued a statement, unaware of the hurtful context. They celebrate all brides regardless of style or budget. Harper's follower count plummeted as unfollows surged. Her damage control, tearful story, complicated relationship. Cyberbullying backfired. Old posts surfaced, missed graduations, promotions, engagement party. Always excused by fashion things. Modern Bride editor Patricia Lang posted support. Never seen such narcissism disguised as art. Weddings are about love, not metrics. To the real bride, your dignity inspires. Team Amelia trended. My phone buzzed nonstop. Colleagues, old friends, distant family expressing shock. Green Horizons HR had called. Company stood with me, offered support. Then an urgent legal email from the gown designer, considering action against Harper for breach and brand damage, asking if I'd provide a statement. Ethan read over my shoulder. The internet is destroying them. They wanted attention, I said. They got it, just not the kind they wanted. Mom texted from Harper's phone. Happy now? You've ruined your sister's career. No reply. Instead, I met corporate lawyer Rachel Dennings, a former prosecutor. She reviewed everything: posts, streams, email to my company's ethics hotline from a device linked to Harper's account questioning my emotional stability and leadership post-family drama. This crosses into tortious interference, defamation, harassment, Rachel said. Cease and desist first. Document everything. While Rachel worked legally, I acted strategically. The campaign was unpaid exposure. Harper borrowed the dress. I sent a detailed timeline to the designer. Unauthorized live. Mocking comments. #confusion. Brands quietly dropped Harper. Patricia Lang offered a feature. My real story of resilience and chosen family. The cease and desist letter landed Saturday. Professional yet devastating. Demanding stop contact. Content removal. No employer interference. Penalties threatened. Defamation. Emotional distress. Interference claims. Evidence preserved. Mom called immediately. How dare you threaten family? Harper lost everything because of your online friends. Voicemail forwarded to Rachel. Harper posted victim narrative, just celebrating creativity. Family should support dreams. Be kind. Comments shredded her with receipts. I wasn't watching their downfall obsessively. The Modern Bride feature scheduled. CEO called personally about expanded sustainability role. Real wedding photos featured on blogs as authentic beauty examples. Ethan found me organizing files one evening. You've won. It's protection, I replied. They came for my job. They couldn't stand my happiness. The endgame, permanent boundaries or full consequences. If they complied. True freedom, life without their shadow. Harper's tearful final video story. Haters won. Career destroyed. Cancel culture toxic. Vanished quickly, but screenshots endured. Mastercut videos titled When Narcissists Play Victim went viral. Compiling cruelty evidence. Moms enabling. Calculated overshadowing. I focus forward. The Modern Bride spread published. Stunning real wedding photos paired with my essay on choosing joy amid dysfunction. Headline: The Bride Who Walked Alone and Found Her True Family. Responses flooded. Stories of similar betrayals. Unfavored siblings. Building chosen families. My narrative resonated deeply about self-worth and authentic love. CEO invited me in. Anonymous complaint dismissed. My grace reinforced confidence. New sustainability initiative, me heading communications. Opportunity to amplify real impact. 3 weeks post-wedding. Mom texted from unknown number. Harper struggling. Moved home. Online harassment relentless. Make it stop. I replied. I didn't start this. I got married. Everything else was your choice. Blocked the number. That evening, on our Denver balcony, overlooking the skyline, Ethan wrapped his arms around me. Regrets? None, I said. They chose. Now they live with it. A month later, I posted one authentic ceremony photo on my new public Instagram, sunlight through chapel windows.
Dr.
Ellis beside me. Pure joy. Caption: Some dresses worn once. Some moments live forever. Thank you to those who showed up, Family isn't just blood. It's presence. Real love. Chosen family. It outperformed anything Harper had posted. Comments from colleagues.
Dr.
Ellis, proudest walk. Patricia Lang, real bridal energy. Even the gown designer liking it. The cousin who skipped for Harper's shoot approached me at a women's leadership conference 6 months later. Tearful apology. We chose wrong. I accepted graciously, but held boundaries. Any chance for your mom and Harper? They're living with their choices. Like I am with mine. Walking away. The past lifted fully. They tried stealing my spotlight, but revealed I never needed their light. I had my own bright, authentic, undiminished. My wedding hadn't gone as planned. It became better. Losing the family of birth gifted me the family of choice. That love. Those vows. That day, they endure.